Hi everyone, it's the Assyrian priestess with you. I hope this finds you well. In today's reading, we're asking, where is our divine compass leading? Where is our divine compass leading us? So if you've been kind of feeling like there's something coming, there's something about to emerge, maybe from within you, then this is the reading for you. So the card we have here is Voyage of the Heart. Love flows through you and to you. So I think that definitely kind of relates to this idea of something emerging from within. And we have the second card out is Cleansing Waters. Purification activates vibrant life force, and in the shadow we have Rejuvenating Rain, clearing out your past. So I feel like here there is new things coming for you, and the world really needs you right now. You have so much to offer, so much creativity, beauty, magic, like what a really great image there. But before you can really come into that, or as you're coming into that, the work you're doing to cleanse and purify and rejuvenate your energy, yourself, will help clear some of that energy. So cleansing and rejuvenating rain together are both water elements. So you might be finding that you're crying a lot more than usual. Maybe you don't usually cry, but you're allowing yourself to cry, to feel any release that needs to occur. We don't need to give crying a story. Sometimes it's just because, as my friend's 7-year-old child wisely told me once upon a time, we cry because our tears want to, how did he put it? I'm not crying. My eyes are just releasing water, they said. And I liked that. It's like we don't have to put a story to it. It's just we need to release the stagnant waters. So you might find that like swimming, bathing, cleansing, washing, cleaning your home, whatever it might be that includes water, is actually really going to support you. But really, on a psychological level, it's about clearing out the past and clearing out that which hurts you, that grieves you. And certainly in these times, there is a lot that grieves us, and there is a lot of despair. And we can balance that despair with hope and enthusiasm. Definitely. You may also want to go swimming, go to waterfalls, go for a walk by water. Yeah, that's what I'm getting for you. So let's go to the Thoth deck and see what is emerging for the collective. I kind of feel like you're going to enter into a new period of really owning your gifts and celebrating the generosity of giving them away. So let's go to the tarot. I'll just put Voyage of the Heart right there. We have the Three of Wands and Adjustment. So looking ahead, looking forward to a new path. I'm going to put those back and shuffle again. Three of Wands and Adjustment, which is the Justice card. So you definitely do want to move forward, move ahead. Three of Wands here titled Virtue. I like that Thoth has called this Virtue, and it links to the Justice card. So Three of Wands traditionally is that exciting feeling of knowing what you want and going for it, or knowing who you are and offering it to the world. So the Ace, of course, is that inspiration moment. The Two of Wands is the daydreaming, the thinking, the choice, maybe a collaboration. The Three of Wands is sort of like putting your first foot forward to enact the creativity that you have, to release it to the world. And it's like you shine bright. It's like a star energy you can see here in the artwork. And you're doing this to balance out some energy from the past. And so I'm not surprised to see adjustment when we had purification and cleansing messages coming in. Because purification and cleansing is not only literal, it's not only shedding, bathing, cleaning, it's also righting wrongs. It's righting injustices that you are culpable in, but also injustices that you have allowed to take course for too long. And anything that takes us away from our true, generous, creative self is a form of injustice, I think. I'm going to meditate on that one, but that's what's coming up. Like, if we are truly to offer our love to the world, our generosity, our gifts, our magic, our joy, then it must be unbridled. And so anything that holds us back, any structural or, interpersonal barrier, becomes an injustice. So we have the Eight of Pentacles, prudence, with the Seven of Wands, valor. So you are working on something. You've maybe been building and working on this for a while, and there's a part of you that actually wants to and needs to stand your ground and defend your creation and your creativity from others who maybe try to, impede it in some way. I also wonder too, like, there's some Mars energy. So it could be like competitive, Mars in Leo. Some competitive energy, or maybe other people want to take credit for your amazing work. Something you've been dedicated to for a long time. But anything that threatens to compete with you only fuels you, only gives you energy, only empowers you, because you kind of stand up and protect that thing even more. And you align into your truth more. And I think that's the best protection mechanism when forces outside of you threaten to impede your work or your creativity, is the more that you align in the reality of who you are and what you're offering, then no force against you could be successful. So here we have the High Priestess and the Ace of Cups, with the Princess of Wands in the shadow. So the Priestess and the Ace of Cups, you are relying on your inner knowing right now. There's no external contract or offer or program. I mean, there might be. Those things exist, they're neither here nor there for this reading. This voyage of the heart for you is your inner compass will guide you, because there is an offer of renewal coming for you. And the Ace of Cups really is an offer to ourselves, or it's an inspiring, something that inspires us, that actually deeply fulfills us. And then we go, oh, that's what I need. That's what I'm looking for. And you will know what you're looking for, because when you get it, when you feel it, you feel it. Your inner knowing tells you. And when you get stuff that doesn't fulfill you, you also just know. It's like, oh yeah, no, that's not it. So the Princess of Wands in the shadow is, your creativity also needs to be matched with emotional depth. It has to be matched with meaning. An Ace of Cups doesn't usually indicate meaning, but I'm going to say that it does in this reading. So the Princess of Wands still guides us. And we had some hidden cards. Okay. That's been happening a lot lately. So I have a theory about that. So here we have you, the Queen of Discs, one of my favorite queens of this deck. What amazing artwork here by Lady Frida Harris. Here we have this amazing horned queen holding a golden sphere. She has a ram in her presence, and she's looking to the valleys and the rivers of her queendom. I was going to say empire, so that might be relevant. But you've certainly accomplished yourself, and people can see that. And here we have the Five of Wands again. So I wonder if there's going to be a bit of clash energy or not seeing eye to eye on a process with something. And they're going to want to move very fast, or you are. But the message is not to move fast. Moving fast will lead to sorrow, will lead to ruin. All right. The hidden cards. So these two were hidden cards, actually. So I'm wondering too if maybe the energy that is threatening your creativity or kind of competing in some way. Maybe you've met a show-off. Maybe you're in a new business partnership where your colleague or your counterpart tries to one-up you in some way. What they're hiding is they're actually not trying to target you. What they're hiding is they're trying to move fast and get everything done because maybe they're actually hiding their own grief and sorrow. And I was contemplating on this today, that a lot of people who overachieve and who are quote unquote workaholics often are doing so to avoid how they really feel. Again, just a theory. That's not to say it's true at all spaces and times. I think for some of us it can be. So you're the Empress. I said Empire before, and here she is. So you're untouchable, baby. Don't worry about it. The energy that is matching you, that you're trying to give to or receive from, because we have Voyage of the Heart, right? They are a novice compared to you, and Two of Cups in the shadow. So they're a novice compared to you. And I think sometimes that can be annoying because you're the Queen of Wands and, you're meeting people who are less experienced than you, who think they can do things better or whatever. And of course, you are gracious. The Empress is gracious. She listens to all people from all walks of life, from all age groups, and from all kind of levels of skill. But you will have to actually command the situation. And you will. You will command this situation with your fiery, radiant energy. Here we see the Queen of Wands with her amazing wild cat. Is it a jaguar? Is it a leopard? In the traditional Rider-Waite, she has a little black cat. Here she holds the scepter with an acorn, which is an ancient symbol. And the Six of Cups means your commanding presence, your creative leadership in this collaboration, in this scenario, in this co-creation will lead to people really seeing you as an equal in terms of emotional give and take, which is that love flows through you and to you. So, okay, to summarize, if you find yourself in a scenario where you feel like there's some kind of healthy competition, some discomfort, some stickiness that you have to overcome, you have to repeatedly restate your parameters, it's because the person you're collaborating with is wanting to move faster than you and is hiding their, oh my goodness me, and is hiding their heartache about something. And maybe that's the way they perform. You know, they perform their sorrows through competing with you, with the likes of you. So here we have the 5 of discs matched with the 3 of discs. There's a task at hand. You're worried there's not enough funding or money to do the thing, but the collaborators really want you to do it with them. I get the sense that you are concerned that it will fail. I feel like there's a lack of good communication maybe, or a lack of agreement. 7 of Swords for you is you need to find different tactics to get the outcome you want, because you're actually not certain if you can trust this other party here. But then we have the 4 of Swords and it's called truce. So I do again see a coming together. I'm wondering if you're also bringing a lot of your past with you, because you're in a really fantastic position. But don't forget, we've got the cleansing waters and rejuvenating rain in your shadow messages. So you also arrive to this table with some grief, some loss. You know, if this is a business deal or a work scenario, you know, you've lost that kind of youthful innocence and trust. 7 of Swords is that card. And I might do a tarot talk on the 7 of Swords because I've written an essay on it and it's kind of amazing. I've written a poem about it too, which if you're interested, let me know in the comments and I'll give you the link. But it's all about like our inherited ancestral grievances actually show up in our lives as a lack of trust for the world and the lack of trust for the task at hand. So the message here is to trust your judgment. And that's followed by the Sun and the 2 of Wands. Maybe you opening up a little bit too will help the situation, will help the alignment. Because 4 of Swords and 2 of Wands are alignment cards. Like, look at the artwork. They're so in equilibrium. Four of Swords is Jupiter in Libra, which is auspicious. 2 of Wands is Mars in Aries. So it's fiery, it's passionate, it wants to go, go, go. And you're bringing life to this. Don't underestimate how much you bring. Okay. 2 of Swords and 8 of Cups. You're going to find an agreement with this collaborator. they might want to walk away because you don't move at their pace. The Lovers and the Hierophant with the Knight of Discs and the Tower. What is going on? You're going to really be put in a position of, is this karmic connection really worth my time, my effort, my royalty? And you had the High Priestess before, so you're going to have to look within, because maybe without things, the person that you're meeting or the other party that you're collaborating with doesn't speak the same language as you, maybe. But I feel like their intentions are okay. I don't know. I don't want to say that because you can never tell. Here we have the High Priest, the Hierophant, and he is actually an ancient Babylonian priest. And within him is the priestess. So it's a kind of beautiful yin and yang duality card, which kind of mimics the Lovers too. Oh, excuse me. Then we have the Knight of Wands in the Tower. Yeah, there's like a mismatch of something's fallen on the floor. One moment. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You want to tread carefully one step at a time, and your collaborator finds that frustrating. And so now you might be in a position of going, okay, well, no deal then, which will cause disappointment. So what's the outcome for this? What the heck is going on? What am I even reading about? I'm lost, so I hope this makes sense to you. I hope this is meaningful for you, because I have no idea what this story is about or who it's for. So it must be for someone specific out there. The Chariot. You will charge ahead. You will align your energy and go towards this thing, even when this person withdraws in some way or goes within. That's way too many cards. I feel like you standing in your power and aligning your focus is going to be really important when you meet with whoever you meet with, at work, with friends, in all of your collaborations, in all matters of the heart. All you can do is align your energy and not be taken off course. Because when you do, your counterparts will be forced to look within. They're not coming after you. They are carrying a lot in their own self. Maybe lost time, maybe lost friends. Okay, final message for the collective. The Devil. And the Queen of Cups with the 10 of Pentacles in the shadow. Your destiny is your desire. So, you know, when we think of destiny, we just think it's like this external thing that, you know, the puppet master somewhere out there moves us towards our destiny that we had no part in. I'm not certain that's how it works. I feel like what is closer to what our destiny looks like is our inner desires, what we want, what excites us, is where we are meant to go. So think of it like when you're speaking to a child or a young person and you ask them what do they want to do when they grow up or when they leave school. And they'll sit there and think and they're not certain. And so you'll usually follow up with, well, what do you like? What makes you happy? What are you good at? And try to align the two. This is that aligning your energy in the Chariot card. The Chariot doesn't just go forward impulsively. The charioteer must align their will with their desire to go forward and charge. Like, it's quite a strategic, militaristic kind of metaphor. And so the devil, I feel like he even looks almost like a chariot as well. You have a charioteer, but in this case, it's the goat. And of course, the devil card has a bad rap, and usually I do read the devil as a negative influence, but in this case I don't, because the cards prior showed me, like, you have all the queens, the empress, the high priestess, the chariot. Your energy is very focused and aligned. But maybe what you need to align your energy with is your desire. Because I get the sense for you as well is you hide a little bit of yourself, you know, like you don't show all of yourself and you don't admit to what you really want and need and feel. And that will be of benefit to you. And this is where your counterpart will finally open up to you. Yeah, I feel joyful again. You know, do you know what scenario I'm picking up on? Two amazing, intelligent, wise individuals are going to meet, are going to potentially collaborate on something. But both of them are going to be playing their cards very close to their chest, because what you might find is that you are in fact developing feelings or an attachment on some level for each other, because life is meant to be lived, but you're not admitting it to each other. And that's going to be the crunch. You clearly have trust issues. The Seven of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles, you don't trust yourself. And I understand. That could be a childhood wound. It could be your mother wound. And it could be past experiences have in fact failed. So why would this one be any different? And your counterpart is going to say, but this one's different because I am clearly offering the seed of hope with a star in the shadow. So I get the sense that you're going to want to be with this person, but there's something holding you back, the Hanged Man. And I think it's your past pain is holding you back. And they also have some pain, but they're going to keep showing up for you. The Fool versus the Hanged Man, you know? The Fool is like, come on, let's do this. We can do this. This will be great. Give it a go. And the Hanged Man is like, I'm not sure. I need to retreat. I need to think about it. I need more time. But you're going to cut through that. You need to do some work as well to cut through your own illusions and your own fortresses that you build around yourself. And I feel like that's when the two of you are going to finally make it. Oh my gosh. You guys took forever. I feel like you're going to meet someone in a collaborative, creative kind of space that the two of you develop feelings for each other, and it's going to impact the work in some way. It's going to come out in the work as feeling like competition and we don't see eye to eye, but all of that energy, that kind of creative conflict energy, is really a disguise for not admitting your feelings, and you both actually might not realize that you have feelings for each other or want more because you're so used to not allowing yourself to want more. And so let's go back to the oracle. That love is here for you, and we end the reading on the Two of Cups. Like, this has been a theme for a few months now. Love is available if you want it. There's someone around you that really wants you to offer back what they're offering. But there's some grieving that you're doing. Once the grieving is over, then you can ride forward into a new day. So I hope that found you well. If you stayed this far, please remember to like, share a comment. Otherwise, I will leave you, as always, with my love and courage until we meet again. Bye for now.